Really not that
Hey, Grandma and Gran and all my other buddies and friends. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of exploring today in Pasco County. I got my buddy Kendra. And Grandma, you know Kendra, and her husband Chris, and the kids, Hunter, Elizabeth, and Sarah, and the machete. They're back there having fun. So anyway, we're here in Pasco County, Grandma. We're about 3 or 4 miles down from the house off of 41. Now, for those of you back home, it's kind of the same as 378. We're on a busy road, off the road, Grandma, don't worry. But we're on a road called Erin Cutoff. Now, Erin was originally a German settlement here in Pasco County. They had a sawmill, apparently a really nice settlement that, well, is no longer here. But Erin became part of Land O'Lakes back in about 1939, 1940, when Land O'Lakes changed its name from Drexel to Land O'Lakes. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. I'm in the middle of Dupree Gardens. Now, Dupree Gardens was one of the very first roadside attractions in Florida. Many people think, they think Disney World or Disneyland or Disney or the mouse when they think of Florida. That wasn't always the case. Behind me are the ruins, and I hope you can see it, and I'm going to get some more pictures up later, of a ticket booth for Dupree Gardens. See, back in the 20s or so, there was a lawyer by the name of William Dupree. Now, he lived down on Bayshore Boulevard. He was a very famous lawyer. For those of you back home, that's like having a house up on the Charleston Battery. Well, he bought about 1,000 acres up here to turn into a hunting lodge. And in about 1933, though, William Dupree got in a really, really bad car accident, and it made it where he just could not practice law anymore. So he started coming up here, and he had some people he hired full-time to live with him. William Dupree was a very brilliant botanist and horticulturalist. He loved, sorry about the trucks and stuff. He loved flowers. He loved trees. So he started building pretty much an exotic garden, and his friends were like, hey, come on, you got to start letting people see this. So in the late 30s, he started opening up his gardens to let people come in. Now, at the height of the garden, about 1940, he had over 30,000 visitors. Now, this is really amazing when you consider this was the height of World War II. So you had gas rationing, you had rubber, tires ration. So it was really amazing. Motorcycles coming through and waving. I hope they were waving. So it was really amazing he had that many visitors come through. What was also amazing is he had a lodge, and we think we know where that house is, and we're going to go looking for it in a little bit. But he built a lodge, and he was turned that into a restaurant and gift shop. There was a tea room, which unfortunately burnt down in about 1994, 95, and a woman unfortunately was killed in that fire. But he had speakers wired into the pathways of the garden, and he piped in beautiful music. Now, there's also a lake, Dupree Lake, which is in front of what was the lodge then, and the restaurant and gift shop, and he had glass bottom electric boats. This guy was ahead of his time, really. So it was really kind of amazing. It was an incredible place to visit and come to. As a matter of fact, the gardens closed about 1941 or so because of the war and everything else, and from what I've researched, it also had something to do with his health. He just couldn't quite keep up with it. Well, they flew some special camellias up to New York for an auction to help with the war effort. So they would auction off these flowers for war bond pledges. Well, one of those blooms brought in $250,000. Now, that's amazing for 1944. Well, what's also amazing is a lot of the original gardens still kind of exist in pockets. It's been undisturbed for about 70-some years. And I've talked to people who live here. Actually, there is a subdivision back here, which is why we're not back there right now, because I want to, go on trespass on people's private property. But there's actually a subdivision called Dupree Lakes. And the people that live back there, and I've talked to some people that they've said, yeah, sometimes they have people coming through there at night and in their backyards and in other parts of the conservation. Because I know, and I've been reading this and talking to people, there have been a lot of botanists who come around, like from Busch Gardens and other gardens that come through, and they're looking for clippings for these rare flowers and blooms that William Dupree grew. They're also looking to collect seeds to rebuild some of his garden. That's what some people have tried to do. Again, we're still looking for that. We're going to go traveling in just a few minutes. There are 2 man-made structures left standing. for Dupree Gardens. And the one is this ticket booth, which I'm going to go up and film in just a sec, and the lodge. Now, the lodge was, like I said, converted into a restaurant and gift shop, and it's got a beautiful fireplace in it. But it was converted to a private residence about the 1970s. And I think it was sold about maybe 10 years ago, if that. But we think we know where it is. It's off of just a regular road, so we're going to go drive around, hopefully not spook anybody or get arrested, but we'll see what we can do. But I'm going to film this real quick. This is actually the ticket booth that people would come to in the 1940s, and you can see what's left of it. It's a beautiful rock structure, and you could see the cars would go through here and straight back. Some of these trees are obviously from when that garden was here. There's a fence now because people got sick and tired of people coming in their backyard, I would imagine. Okay, so we're gonna go in here and excuse there's some graffiti because, you know, people are jerks. And, so you can see what's left. Ticket booth, what's also real pretty, hopefully the sun won't ruin the shot, but you can see the beautiful trees here, just dripping with the moss. Oh, that's kind of neat. I guess electrical wire. And this is another place where the cars would come through. There's one of my kids exploring. Watch out for snakes. This is that time of year, and it's been raining a lot. Okay. So you can see how beautiful this was and would have been at this time period, too. This time of year, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's hot and it's humid, but it's gorgeous. All right, and here we go. We're gonna go exploring. We might need y'all to bail us out of jail, so we'll call y'all, okay? Love you.